So we're going to talk about the three pillars of any good business. So I want to start out, obviously there's buyers, sellers, and what I call your niche in this business. So you're going to do a transaction. Who are you working with? You're working with consumers and you're working with one of the three of these categories. So let's talk about the buyer category. You need buyers, especially when you're brand new in the industry. If you've never sold a home before, it's going to be tough to get a listing. So what we need to do is make you the person that people trust to take out and find their home. A lot of people start in the business in the buy side pillar, one of the three pillars. So obviously we've talked about the internet as a great place to start in the process. So I highly encourage you to have some sort of internet lead gen coming to you, especially in the beginning when people call you, much easier phone call than you calling them. Another thing you can do that's a really great press the flesh, get in front of people right away thing to do is open houses. When you're at an open house, a lot of times you're just literally physically already in front of a buyer or even a seller. So if you want free buyer leads, work open houses. In addition to that, you've got your organic network. You want to be touching people, talking to people, but not in the way that like, hey, do you remember I'm a sales agent? Not that. Like, hey, friend, how you doing? What's going on with you? Connect in a real authentic way. One of the other things you can do in networking is a charitable venture. So you might want to donate some time. If you don't have a lot of money for these other options, maybe you use your time. In the beginning of my career here in Sarasota, I started volunteering at a church. And I didn't do it for business purposes, but it just led to business. I became friends with people, those people referred me out, and it worked really, really well. I didn't even know I was doing it at the time, but I just started networking with people, and it worked really, really well. So pillar number 2, sellers. How do you meet sellers? Believe it or not, if you sit open houses, I've had several of my agents meet sellers in the neighborhood of other homes. They come across these sellers, and that leads to listings. What a great way to get free seller leads. Secondly, there's paid seller leads. There's platforms that you can advertise on and get seller leads calling you. That's another great option. For sale by owners. I could talk about this forever. Long time ago, my mother was a for sale by owner. And I laugh about this to this day because almost 3 of her 4 children are in real estate, and we sell real estate. So the fact that she went for sale by owner we tease her about it to this day. So what's happening is people are trying to obviously save the commission, but you're not just using an agent to sell your house in the process. Obviously, you're trying to get them through the whole transaction, which can be very tricky with regard to inspections, financing, things like that that are way higher level. The average consumer has no business trying to sell their own home via for sale by owner. So this is a great candidate. This is somebody in town saying, I want to sell my house, I don't want to pay a commission. There's all sorts of creative ways where you can get in front of these for sale by owners and help them sell their home. Another great opportunity to meet somebody as a seller is an expired listing, something that didn't sell. Now, statistically, the odds are the home expired probably because it was overpriced. Well, once they've gone through the whole process of sitting on the market for 3, 6, or 12 months, maybe now they're a little bit more motivated. So these are great candidates for you to talk to. And the final pillar of your business is a niche. And I just want to encourage you to have a real niche, not like, hey, I sell waterfront or hey, I'm luxury. That's great. Those are niches. But one of the niches that I got myself involved in was foreclosures. Kind of like a dirty, grimy niche. Who would want to go into foreclosures? Who would want to end up in that kind of business? But it worked really, really well, and we were able to make millions and millions of dollars over the last couple of decades with that niche. My niche was investment real estate and foreclosures. So what you want to do again, buyers, sellers, and a niche, and I would love to talk to you about that. What are the things you're going to do? Because there are paid things, there are free things, but you gotta have a plan. And this is your 3-pillar approach to getting started.